Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 591. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing a book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning, happy Monday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Ink. Ink like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. To be a writer, you have to write, often, with genuine desire, from the heart. Write a little every day if you can. A little soon becomes a lot. Write what moves you, not what appears to be currently in fashion. Chris DeLacy. And once again, good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. And I'm calling today's episode of Your Daily Writing Habit, The Myth of Natural-Born Talent. And to be clear, I'm not saying that natural-born talent doesn't exist. The problem I have with it is when people use the idea of natural-born talent or gifts or all those other mystical reasons they've attached to a creative person's ability to get things done as an excuse not to attempt those things themselves, as a cop-out from trying to learn a quote-unquote creative skill, a cop-out from being willing to endure the pain of learning a new skill. Another example, and my regular listeners probably know that my exercise hobby outside of writing is the circus arts, think Cirque du Soleil, Greatest Showman, that kind of thing. I do that for fun. Well, guess what? Of anyone on the planet, I have zero, quote unquote, natural athletic ability. This is really the story of my life. I'm the nerd who got a pass out of gym class to go edit the newspaper or the yearbook or just be in band. For most of my life, my body was the thing that carried my head and my brain around so I could write stuff. So imagine my surprise in my mid-40s a few years ago when my midlife crisis came in the form of doing circus tricks in the air on a steel hoop suspended from a 20-foot ceiling. That's like one heck of a midlife crisis. And I like to say, if you're going to have a midlife crisis, have one that builds abs. But really, I have no natural physical abilities or talents, but I didn't let that stop me from learning the aerial arts, simply through persistence and practice. And I mean a lot of practice, probably more so than most people since I was working from a physical ability of zero. Which brings me back to writing, of course. A thing that many people seem hesitant to attempt for fear of lacking some sort of natural talent. Well, here's the good news. You don't need any. Here are the things that, in my opinion, you do need to really kind of begin the journey of becoming a writer. Curiosity, fascination, and practice. Yep, that's it. Not a magical Harry Potter lightning bolt across your forehead declaring you being worthy of being a creative person. No, just curiosity to learn, fascination with language and storytelling, and most importantly, the willingness and commitment to practice, practice, practice. Writing is not an armchair sport. The only way to do it is to roll up your sleeves and get dirty. And yes, first drafts can easily feel like you've jumped feet first into a pile of garbage, but jumping in, setting those habits, doing the work, it's really the only way to become a writer. And that's where you need that curiosity and fascination to be able to survive all the practice. So this is true of writing, and of course it's true of anything in life that you want to learn. Outside of writing, even imagination is a skill that can be learned and mastered with practice. Think about how often during the course of an average day, especially maybe this year more than most, we use our imagination for the negative rather than positive reasons. So there's your proof. You do have an active imagination. It's just sometimes doing bad things. But your imagination is alive and well. Writing is about just aiming the power of your imagination in a different direction, preferably a productive one. I truly do believe that we are all storytellers as human beings, and therefore, if we apply curiosity, fascination, and practice, we can translate that ability into writing. So no excuses, get to writing. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. I will drop the link in the show notes as always. Inc. Authors on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Until tomorrow, happy writing.